Impressive performance tonight, obviously silencing the hometown crowd. Talk me through that finish tonight.
Talk you through the finish. Let's see. I think I threw a high kick and then he buckled down a little bit. I don't remember. I just remember gorilla ground and pounding his face into the canvas, and that was the highlight of my night.
What was the feeling like coming out in front of that crowd? Obviously a pro Paul Craig crowd tonight there in Glasgow.
You know what, like I did my best to keep one focus, and that was just to go in there and fight Paul Craig. I'm not fighting the crowd, you know. I heard some screams and everything, but I did a really good job at not letting it affect me emotionally. I was able to just keep my eyes on the prize.
And that stare down, obviously at the start before the fight started, that was pretty intense.
Was it? Yeah, I mean, I trained, 12 weeks for this fight with beating him in mind, so you know, that's my goal, that's my target, right? It's like darts. I got to make sure that, you know, I'm focused on the bullseye and not all the crap on the outside. So I'm glad that it was intense for you guys.
The light heavyweight division at the moment seems to be the division where you can make a name, you know, pretty fast. We're seeing, you know, guys with a couple of wins, you know, get top 5 ranked opponents. Are you able to kind of, I suppose, make a, you know, a proper statement now where you can kind of go up the ranks? Yeah,
I really hope so. You know, like, so Tyson Pedro beat me, then he beat Paul Craig, and then somehow is number 12. So that to me, it's like, okay, I just beat Paul Craig. I'm sure I'll probably have to face Tyson again at some point. You know, so there's a lot of guys. Like I said before, like, I don't want to be a fighter for really long. I don't want to be one of these old guys like fighting for checks just to stay alive. So I want to fight the hardest guys. Give me a guy at the top. I'll take his spot and hold it down. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of my whole goal. Every fight is nerve-wracking. Every fight's nervous. Every opponent's tough. That's why we're in the UFC. So I think that I'd like to take a shot at, you know, at a big guy and, you know, and hold down a spot up there somewhere, you know.
Does somebody come to mind?
No one in general. I'd have to go back and really see what would make the most sense. I mean, those guys are, I respect them all. You know, not that I'm saying that like, oh yeah, I'll kick any of those guys' asses, whatever. I'm just saying, for me, I'd like to face one of those guys and not get murdered, but still have an even shot. So I'll see. I'll go back and talk to the bosses and see what, you know, what that would look like.
Obviously, Cormier versus Jones is coming up pretty soon. What are you
John Jones? No, you know, coming into this, I've always been inspired by John Jones as an athlete. Excuse me. You know, we're all human. We all have, you know, our own personal problems and issues, but I think that the guy is a phenomenal athlete. He's one of my favorite fighters. I'm actually very thankful to be in the same weight class as him and even, you know, have a possibility to maybe fight him one day. You know, that would be like something that I could, you know, hold on to forever, just knowing that I got to fight a legend. So I'd hope that he pulls through in this fight and gets that belt back and then wait for me to come up there.
Overall, you know, what's been your experience here in Glasgow, and would you perhaps like to fight in Europe again?
My experience here in Glasgow, it's been awesome. A lot of hotel. We did go down to like the Central Station area and do some cool stuff. Really supportive fans. I've had a lot of support from the Glasgow people, which was surprising for me. And most of them wanted me to knock Paul Craig out in the first round. So Glasgow, there you go. You know. Yeah, I would love to fight in Europe again. I want to, you know, travel the world and capture the flags, you know, come back home. You know, I'm going to go get a, you know, Scottish flag and take it home just as an accomplishment. So, yeah.
And how are you going to celebrate this victory?
Honestly, I'm going back to the hotel, order some room service, maybe watch some Family Guy with my boys, and get back on a plane to Vegas tomorrow.
Nice one, Khalil. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.